Hello, friends. Welcome to this YouTube channel of Books with Grandpa. Have you ever wondered why some people are not able to live peacefully, even after earning millions of crores of wealth? And why some people enjoy every happiness of life, even with limited resources? Actually, this difference is not made by the amount of money, but by our mentality. This book summary is not about any rich or poor person, but about the thinking hidden within us, which affects every decision related to money. This thinking becomes the real basis of our wealth. This thinking also makes us rich. And if we do not understand it, then the same thinking can also make us poor. When we talk about earning, saving, or spending money, then we often assume that it is only a game of tricks. We think that more information, more smart decisions, and better strategy will bring us success. But the truth is that money is such a game in which our behavior plays the biggest role. This book tells us that the path to financial success is not through numbers, but through our thinking, our perspective, and our lifestyle. Morgan Housel teaches us in his book, The Psychology of Money, that money is not just about earning, spending, or investing. It is the story of our intuition, our emotions, and our decisions. He says that without writing any complex formula to become rich, he tells us that many times people give full credit for their success to their hard work and blame the circumstances for their failure. But the truth is that luck and risk both play a part in every financial journey. For example, see the story of Bill Gates. Bill Gates may have become one of the richest people in the world with his hard work and thinking, but his being at the right place at the right time, i.e. studying in Lakeside School where he got his initial experience of computers, also helped him. In this way, luck and risk go hand in hand. The author teaches us that whenever we see someone's success, we should not forget the luck behind it, and when we see someone's failure, we should also understand the risk behind it. We should include this truth in our decisions so that we can become more humble and practical. Now let's talk about patience and endurance. Morgan says that patience is the biggest weapon in making and maintaining money. He gives the example of Warren Buffett. A large part of Buffett's wealth was created after he turned 50 because he invested continuously and the magic of compounding kept working for him. If Buffett had not been patient and had made wrong decisions in a hurry to make quick money, he probably never would have been able to create such a huge wealth. It is also explained in this book that earning money is a very important tool. It may be a science, but retaining money is an art. You have to take risks, you have to identify opportunities, but to retain money, you need humility, fear, and alertness. You have to believe that tomorrow is uncertain and your security is hidden in that uncertainty. The author says that most of us take money decisions in our lives on the basis of our personal experiences. If someone has seen poverty in life, then he will probably be more serious about children, whereas the one who has not seen financial crisis can take more risk with money. This is the reason that every person's money story is different. And this different thinking makes the world so diverse. It also teaches us that when we plan for money, we should think about the long term. Morgan says that any plan becomes sustainable only when there is flexibility in it. We should plan by assuming that the future can surprise us, and hence we should leave scope for change in our strategies. The author also tells that the biggest enemy in the race to become rich is greed. We want less than what we have, and the desire to get more sometimes makes us commit such mistakes that spoil all our hard-earned money. Therefore, it is most prudent to be content with what we have and focus on it. Another important thing that comes out in the book is that money is only a means. Real happiness lies in the lifestyle that money gives us the freedom to live. Morgan says that the biggest use of money is that it gives us control over time. If you can become the master of your time, if you can live on your own terms, then this is the real wealth. Money is not magic in itself, but how to look at it, what to do with it, And what kind of life to live with it is what really matters. Many people think that wealth means big bungalows, expensive cars, or expensive clothes, but the truth is much deeper than this. The biggest power of money is that it gives us control over our lives. It gives us the right to live according to our will. When we plan for money, we often weave big dreams. We think that one day we will earn so much. We do not have to listen to anyone. But often, this dream remains just a dream. There is another important aspect with money, and that is patience. If you want your wealth to grow, you have to give time. The more patience you have, the more money will work for you. This is the same magic which is called compounding. This is a miracle which makes your wealth huge with small steps. But compounding works only when you do not hurry, when you keep stability in your decisions. It is also important that you control greed. Greed is that poison that can spoil all your hard work. No matter how much you have, if you keep thinking that you just need a little more, then one day you will make such a mistake that will push you back. Therefore, it is most prudent to be content with what you have and focus on it. Every person learns from his experiences. Therefore, the way of handling money is different from others. Someone who has seen scarcity in life develops the habit of saving every penny, whereas the one who has never seen scarcity spends without any worry. Therefore, do not think that the same path will be right for you by seeing someone else's success. Your path depends on your situation and your thinking. Another thing which is very important is that any plan is successful only when it is flexible. We should believe that circumstances can change in future, so always keep a scope for change in our strategies.
If we think that what is right today will be right tomorrow as well, then this will be our biggest mistake. Maintaining wealth is much more difficult than earning it, because in earning you take risks, look for opportunities. But in maintaining it, humility is needed, fear is needed, and above all, alertness is needed. You have to think that what you have today should be safe tomorrow as well. For this, it is important that you are prepared for uncertainties. When we hear the stories of successful people, we often focus on their hard work, but do not see what role luck and failure played in their success. If a person is very successful, it is not necessary that everything he says is right. Sometimes luck is responsible for success, and sometimes bad times or failure is responsible. Therefore, looking at someone, we do not see what role luck and failure played in their success. Don't think that it is right, but think according to your situation. The biggest lesson is that earning money can be a science, but saving it is an art, and everyone should learn this art. If you want your wealth to stay with you for a long time, then self-control, patience, and humility are your biggest strengths. Now think, if you have money, but you don't have the right on time, if you cannot live your life according to your wish, then what is the use of that wealth? The real wealth is that which gives you freedom, which gives you the right to take your own decisions, which can increase or end. So always keep yourself ready and maintain balance in your decisions. If you want to increase your wealth, then make small good habits, invest continuously, control expenses, and most importantly, learn to be content with what you have, because contentment is the key that can give you true happiness along with wealth. Now that you have understood how important patience, restraint, and humility are in maintaining wealth, let us now talk about the mindset that keeps you strong in the game of money for a long time. The first thing is that you should not hesitate to always look simple with your money. Many times people start showing off that they have a lot. They buy expensive things, spend to show off, so that they can prove themselves to be great in the society. But this show-off often hides their real wisdom. The real wisdom is to keep your earnings and your wealth secret and adopt your simple life so that your wealth gradually grows stronger. Another big mistake that people do is that we start feeling that now we cannot be wrong because of our success, and this pride leads us to loss. The biggest mantra here is to always keep yourself humble, no matter how successful you become, no matter how much wealth you have. Assume that you can learn something new every time, and that there is always risk that can wipe out your wealth. Another factor that is very important in the game of money is a patient, long-term approach. Many people invest thinking that they will get rich quickly. They look for shortcuts, but shortcuts are often more dangerous than the long way. The real way to grow wealth is to think long-term. Take small steps and stick to them, because these small steps together make your wealth huge. It is also important that you maintain flexibility in your decisions. No matter how good a plan is, it may not work if circumstances change in the future. So keep checking your strategies from time to time, and do not be afraid to change them if needed. Another truth about money is that it is your biggest tool for freedom. If you have enough money to live your life the way you want, to have control over your time, then that is real wealth. Many people spend their whole lives earning money, but they don't think about what they want to get from that money. Money is not just for earning. Money is there to help you achieve the big goals of your life. Another very important thing related to money is understanding risk. Whenever you take a big financial decision, then definitely think that if the decision goes wrong, then what will be its effect on your life? Wisdom means that you take such decisions in which even if there is a loss, it should not ruin you completely. Therefore, weigh the risk in every decision and take only those steps which are in accordance with your situation. Many times, we start taking our decisions by looking at others. If a person has become rich by some investment, then we also start doing the same. But every person's situation is different. His story is different. Therefore, understand your situation, make your experiences the basis, and move forward accordingly. If money is handled with the right thinking and right strategy, then it makes you strong not only financially, but also mentally. It makes you self-reliant and gives you the strength to live your life according to your own wishes. Now that you have understood how important patience, restraint, and humility are in maintaining wealth, let us now talk about those small habits that give a deep and strong foundation to your wealth. First of all, it is important to understand that the habits of saving and investing money are not formed suddenly. These habits develop gradually by taking small steps. For example, if you decide that you will definitely save a certain part of your income every month, even if that part is small, then this habit can make a huge difference for you over time. This is the same magic that people often ignore, while this magic is the real key to your financial success. Another important habit is to keep an eye on your expenses. Many people spend without thinking, and at the end of the month, they wonder where the money went. The wisdom is that you know your every expense and think whether that expense was really necessary. This habit will not only teach you to save, but it will also teach you how you can use your money properly. Now let us talk about that mentality, which is most important in the game of money. In fact, our biggest enemy with money is our own mind. Our mind forces us to think that we should be rich quickly and increase our wealth as soon as possible. But the certainty is that this desire to become rich quickly takes us to those paths that are dismissed, and most of the people who are afraid of our mind are so that we have to train our force that tells us to follow the path of Siam and patience.
Before every big decision, ask yourself the question whether this decision is in line with my long-term targets. Will this decision make me financially? Force it financially. It will only satisfy my inner greed. It is also important to know that when you start working on your inner voice about money, then you will feel alone and you will feel different because the world will feel different and you will feel different in the era. If there are people look at you with strange eyes, but remember, the real strength is that you are on your path. Stay firm and stay on your principles. Another aspect in the understanding of money is that keeping the goals of your life clean. Many people earn money but do not know what to do. That money is not only to earn money, but it is not a means to make your life better. So what is the money for you to make your life for your family? You can make your life better. To do it as soon as you make it clear what money matters to you, your decisions start to be taken more wisely. You avoid the reg, you stay away from unnecessary risk. Patterns in your habits together make your glory. There is no shortcut, and no, there is a magic stick in it. You have to listen to your inner voice, and you have to listen to your inner feeling, and you have to learn from every problem, and you have to listen to your experiences. Whether or not you are taking your glory closer or not, when you understood that, if small habits and mental training are useful in the journey of money, then let us now know deeply how the real path of economic freedom is made. Economic freedom does not only mean that you have a lot of money, but real freedom is when your decisions are not from any compulsion, but when you can prepare when to work, when you have to work with your family, when you have to work, and when it is only when you get so much money that it can fulfill your dreams and needs, and you do not have to depend on anyone. First of all, it is important that you continue to control your expenses. Remember, people who are not able to control their expenses, they can never be financially free because their needs and desires can never be finished, and they do not have any time, and they always have to make any difference between your needs and desires, so they need to do your needs, and they are always there. The matter which is very important in the journey of economic freedom is to make your investment intelligently. It should be such that with time, increase, and which makes you a means of earning continuously for you, that gives you peace at night, not to make you restless. The investment does not mean that you raise the risk all the time, but the investment means that you should put your money where they work for you. In cases, you will keep thinking that if you want to become rich quickly, then you will take such decisions which will be filled. If you think that you have to become strong slowly, then you will take such decisions which will strengthen your foundation. And how can you protect yourself from greed and pride? The real pleasure of wealth is only when you take satisfaction in it. Even if you have a lot of it, you get all the time and get all the time. If you live in the longing, then that couple will never be able to give you happiness. So it is important that you do how much is enough for you, and when it is found, then think of true happiness in it. Now think, if you want to live your life on your shirts, if you want the fruits of your hard work, then you will have to strengthen your habits from today, and you will have to make your decisions, and you will have to get true ajadi. When you start looking at your wealth from the point of view that it is only a means and not the purpose of life, then adept in your thinking, then money does not cause stress for you, but the rate becomes a source of relaxation, serving with your children to spend time or help a need to be a need. The money that makes your life actually enhance your life is the best when it conforms to your life prices. If your money gives you the opportunity to do what your heart is relaxed, then this is the real wealth. So it is important that you should decide what is the real motive of money for you. It is like spiritual practice. It teaches you patience. He teaches satisfaction, and also teaches that real happiness comes from the inner peace. If you understand this, you will not only make it financially strong, but you will also find the truth mentally. In the end, it is important to understand that the game of money should not be played from the head, because if you fulfill your life, then the money of your life is so in every decision. Listen to your heart and put your wealth in the direction that can give you true happiness. When you adopt this thinking, then you rise above everything that is only part of the world of appearance and where to increase. And in this race, they forget their real life. While the wisdom is that you take your money to the big goals of your life, and the money gives you the option, it gives you the strength that you live with your will. So think in every decision that you are taking to that freedom, and every decision that you wish that you want. If you not have the right path, then the same way is not there. It is not right here that people who see wealth with the right eye, they do not consider themselves more or less than anyone. They do not proud their wealth. They consider themselves as small by seeing the wealth of others, because they know that the real wealth is the one who gives you peaceful sleep and dare to dream with open eyes in the day. The most important thing about money is that you take decisions according to your limits, and because many times people are able to see other times where they are happy, and they are happy in the same ways, the money is able to move in the right direction when they make a balance between your needs and the purpose of your life.
You have to arouse the courage within yourself that even when the whole world is running in a period of appearance, you will still stay on your peace, your blessings, and your true targets, because finally, the same wealth will work that you will work strong from inside. Now imagine, do you want to take your money in this direction where there is a source of your freedom, your happiness and your peace, or in the direction where you feel that stable and depth in your life which gives real happiness of wealth?
This happiness does not come only from the heap of notes, but it comes when you know that every decision of your decision has been made thoughtfully, and that decision will keep you and your loved ones safe and happy. Often people make the mistake of developing fear regarding money. They are always afraid that they might run out of money or suffer a loss. But the real wisdom is to have confidence regarding your money. This confidence comes when you plan your money properly, when you think about every small and big decision with a cool mind and do not take any step in haste. Another important thing is that money should never force you to compromise with your principles. If money comes to you and tempts you to go on the wrong path, if it fills you with greed and arrogance, then such money will harm you. If it fills you with greed and pride, 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 money should not become the master of your life, but should become your servant. It is the same power which, if it is in the right direction, can take you to the heights of happiness. And if it is in the wrong direction, it can drown you in the quagmire of restlessness. Real wealth is that which gives peace to your soul, which helps you in fulfilling your dreams, and which also gives spiritual satisfaction to your loved ones. This is the real power of money, the real meaning of wealth, and this is the path which takes you towards a truly prosperous and happy life. Now think whether you want to increase your money in this direction. Do you want to make your life truly prosperous? Answer the question from your heart and take the steps which can make your life better. Friends, now you tell me, in what sense is money most important for you? Do you want to get only material happiness from your wealth, or do you want to get mental peace from it as well?